Hello everybody, back again with another fragrance review. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing Ombré Nomade by Louis Vuitton. Or Louis Vuitton. I know you're not supposed to pronounce the I-S, it's just Louis Vuitton. And this is technically not a full size, it's not a clickbait video because it is in a box. And I am going to be opening the box and I'm going to be reviewing the fragrance. And I'm going to be spraying it, so it's not exactly a clickbait video. It is in a box. Right, here it is opened. This is a 2 ml sample Eau de Parfum from Louis Vuitton Ombré Nomade. And I have smelled this many times. I know what it smells like. But I'm going to be smelling it again and spraying it again on camera this time for you guys. There it is, Ombré Nomade. The full-size bottle does look similar to this, but way bigger. I do have a few full-size. I have 3 full-size. Well, technically 4, but one of them is empty. But this is a sample from one of them, and it's... The full-size bottle is black like this, and you can't see through it. This one you can actually see through a little bit. But the full size is like really dark to where you can't see through it at all. You can't tell how much liquid is in there. And I'm pretty sure it does have the gold writing on it, just like this mini bottle does. But I'm not going to nag it on anymore. I'm going to go ahead and spray it. This is oud fragrance from the oud line. I think this is the Middle Eastern collection is what they call it. But I always just call it the oud line because all of them in the black bottles have oud. And this is... It's tied for first place for my favorite. There's Les Sables Roses, and this one is both my 2 favorites from the oud line. And then there's Nudie Faux, and this other one, I think it's right here. Oh yeah, there's a Fleur de Dessert is the other one. So there's 4, and there's a new one that just came out. It's called Santal. I'm not exactly sure what the rest of it's called. It's just called Santal something. And there's a few other ones, but they're only from like other countries. You can't get it in the US or any other country besides the country that it came out in. I think they're called Dubai exclusives, possibly. So you can only find the other oud fragrances in Dubai. But this one's my favorite that's like commercially available. Or it's tied for my favorite. My other favorite is the Roses Les Sables. But I'm going to spray it now. I'm going to try it here on my wrist, and then I'll try to explain to you guys what it smells like. And of course, it's not a big spray, but it's not supposed to be a big spray because it's a little sample bottle. It's not supposed to have a top-tier quality atomizer. Like, on the first spray, you could smell the alcohol a little bit, like right off the bat. You can see it's still wet here. But once it dries down a little bit, it starts to smell a little bit different. This is a very, very, very strong, very potent fragrance. This is not for the weak. You could smell this from 20 feet away easily. Whenever you put this on, they're going to smell you before they see you. It's super strong, oudy. It's like, there's a lot of ouds that I don't like. Some ouds just stink, and it's got like a stinky smell. Kind of like a woody, like a dumpster smell almost. Some people describe it as like cat pee, sort of. I don't smell cat pee in the oud, but there's a lot of oud fragrances that I don't like, and this oud is just amazing. It's very smooth, creamy, woody. Oud is a type of wood, so of course it's going to smell a little bit woody. It's just a very smooth, very masculine, Middle Eastern type scent. It's very hard to explain. If you've never smelled it, then you're not going to understand what it smells like. No matter how... If I described to you every single note in this, you still wouldn't even have the slightest idea of how it actually smells until you smell it yourself. Like, I could explain everything about it and you still just wouldn't know. Because it's super unique. Like, there's no... I've smelled over 100 fragrances easily, and there's nothing that's even close to this. The closest fragrance I've ever smelt to this is a Joe Malone. There's one in a Joe Malone in a black bottle, and I'm not sure what it's called, but it's something oud also. And it's similar to this in a way. But besides that, there's nothing else even close. And it's so strong. Like I said, this lasts on skin over 24 hours. It probably lasts over 48 hours. If you spray this on, there's no way it's coming off of your skin until you wash it off. You will smell this for the next week if you didn't take a shower. It just never leaves your skin, ever. And that's on skin. If you spray it on your clothes, it lasts even longer than that. If I sprayed this on my shirt here, I could probably pick up this shirt a month later. I could put it in my closet and I could pull it out of my closet a month later. And if I smelled that spot, I would probably still smell this. Super distinct smell. Like if I was walking down the street and I smelled this, I would instantly know exactly what it was. Because like I said, for the same reason that I said earlier, there's nothing that smells like it. So whenever you smell this, you know exactly what it is. And this, if this was a full size, it would be very expensive. It's more expensive than the regular 100 ml bottles, but it's not as expensive as the X-Straight bottles. The regular bottles I think are 400. The oud line, which is this, is 500 a bottle, and the X-Straight, which would be this Symphony, is a fine X-Straight line. This is an empty bottle, but I'm gonna have it refilled soon. But this is a $600 bottle if it was filled. So this is the most expensive. This is next down from it in the oud line, and then after that is just the regular 100 mls. And this is a parfum, ED parfum. The projection on this is just insane. Like some people use the term nuclear only with like the best of the best of the best fragrances. They call it nuclear. If there was any fragrance that I would consider to be nuclear, it would have to be this. It's stronger and has more projection and more longevity than any other fragrance that I have or anything that I've smelled probably ever. It's actually insane. So this might be the only nuclear fragrance that I have. Well, I guess that's all for this one. I'm going to quit glazing it so much. You might not like it as much as I do. If you don't like oud, then this is definitely not for you. I wouldn't even want to smell it. If you don't like oud fragrances, then you're going to want to stay away from this. And if you do like oud, then this would be probably the best oud you've ever smelled. Because I've smelled a lot of oud. I've smelled probably 20 to 30 different ouds. I've smelled every oud from Louis Vuitton. I've smelled every oud. I think there's 4 or 5 from Joe Malone. There might be a oud for Creed. I'm not sure what else I have that has oud in it, but there's a lot of ouds out there, and this is by far my favorite oud, tied with another Louis Vuitton. So if you like oud, I do highly recommend this. You'll have to love this if you like oud at all. Very smooth, very creamy smelling, insane projection and longevity. I would have to rate it probably a 9 out of 10 if you like oud. If you don't like oud, it would be like a 6, if that. But I do kind of like oud sometimes. I like it just because it lasts so long. And it really doesn't smell bad to me. Like some people hate it. But to me, it doesn't smell bad. So that's why I would give it like a 9. Just mainly because the longevity and the projection is so insane. I have to bump it up a notch or 2. So, and also I love Louis Vuitton. I'm a Louis Vuitton fanboy. And of course I'm going to have to glaze any Louis Vuitton. Even if it's the worst ones, I would probably still have to glaze it a little bit just for being Louis Vuitton. So that gives it another point too. So overall, probably a 9 out of 10 fragrance. Top tier, high quality. The best quality oud that there is, in my opinion. But this video is already getting too long, and I just keep nagging it on. I keep glazing it. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one. If I can get this to focus.